from a Caterpillar, adapted from Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, and directed by Marissa Helms.
I can't explain myself, I'm afraid, sir, because I'm not myself, you see.
I don't see.
I'm afraid I can't put it more clearly. I don't understand it myself to begin with. It means so many different sizes in a day is very confusing.
It isn't.
Well, perhaps you haven't found it so yet. But when you turn into a chrysalis, you will someday, you know. And then after that into a butterfly. I think you'll feel it a little queer, won't you?
Not a bit.
Or perhaps your feelings may be different. All I know is it would feel very queer to me.
You. Who are you?
I think you ought to tell me who you are first.
Why? Come back. I have something important to say. Keep your temper.
Is that all?
No. So, you think you're changed, do you?
I'm afraid I am, sir. I can remember things as I used, only don't keep the same size for 10 minutes together.
Can't remember what things?
Well, I tried to say how death a little busy me, but it all came different.
Repeat. You are old, Father William.
You are old, Father William?
You are old, Father William,
The young man said.
and your hair has become very white, and yet you persistently stand on your head. Do you think at your age this is right?
In my youth,
Father William replied to his son.
I feared I might injure the brain, but now that I'm perfectly sure I have none, why, do it again and again.
You are old, said the youth, as I mentioned before, and you've grown most uncommonly fat. Yet you turned a back somersault in at the door. Pray, what is the reason for that?
In my youth,
Said the sage as he shook his gray locks.
I kept all my limbs very supple by the use of this ointment. 1 shilling a box. Allow me to sell you a couple.
You are old,
Said the youth.
and your jaws are too weak for anything tougher than suet. Yet you finished the goose with the bones and the beak. Pray, how did you manage to do it?
In my youth,
Said his father.
I took to the law and argued each case with my wife. And the muscular strength which it gave to my jaw has lasted the rest of my life.
You are old,
Said the youth.
One would hardly suppose that your eye is as steady as ever, yet you balanced an eel on the end of your nose. What made you so awfully clever?
I have answered 3 questions, and that is enough.
Said his father.
You'll give yourself airs. You gotta listen all day to such stuff. Be off, or I'll kick you downstairs. I'll kick you down. Kick you down the stairs.
That is not said right.
Not quite right, I'm afraid. Some of the words have gotten altered.
It is wrong from beginning to end. What size do you want to be?
Oh, I'm not particular as to size. Only one to changing so often, you know.
I don't know. Are you content now?
Well, I should like to be a little larger if you don't mind, sir. 3 inches is such a wretched height to be.
It is a very good height indeed.
But I'm not used to it. I wish the creatures wouldn't be so easily offended.
One side will make you taller, the other will make you shorter.
One side of what? The other side of what?
Of the mushroom.
And now, which is which? Come, my head's free at last. What can all that green stuff be, and where have my shoulders got to, and oh my poor hands, how is it I can't see you?
Serpent!
I'm not a serpent. Leave me alone.
Serpent! I say it again. I've tried every way and nothing seems to suit them.
I haven't the least idea what you're talking about.
I've tried roots of trees, I've tried banks, I've tried hedges, but those serpents, there's no pleasing them. And as if it wasn't enough, hatching eggs, but I must be on the lookout for serpents. Why, I haven't had a wink of sleep in these 3 weeks.
I'm very sorry you've been annoyed.
And just as I climbed to the highest tree in the wood, and just as I thought I would be rid of them, they come wriggling down out of the sky. Ugh, serpent!
But I'm not a serpent, I tell you!
Well, what are you? I can see you're trying to invent something.
I'm a little girl.
Oh, a likely story. I've seen a good many little girls in my time, but never with one that's such a neck as long as yours. No, you're a serpent. There's no denying it. I suppose you'll be telling me next you've never tasted an egg.
I have tasted eggs, certainly. But little girls have eggs just as much as serpents do, you know.
I don't believe it, but if they do, why then they're a kind of serpent, that's all I can say. You're looking for eggs. I know that much. What does it matter to me whether you're a little girl or a serpent?
It matters a good deal to me. But I'm not looking for eggs as it should happen. And even if I was, I shouldn't want yours. I don't like them raw.
Well, be off then.
There's half my plan done. How puzzling all these changes are. I never know what I'm going to be from one minute to another. Next, into that beautiful garden. How is that to be done, I wonder? Whoever lives there couldn't want dew to come upon them this size. Why, I should frighten them out of their wits.